Good morning, Standard 5. I am going to start today chapter 5, the types of animal and plant. Dear student, in this video I am going to explain you about types of animal. We can classify animals into two groups. Based on presence and absence of backbone or vertebral column. So, dear student, basically animal can be classified into two groups. And based on presence or absence of backbone. Backbone is also known as vertebral column. So let us know two types of animals. First, animals with backbone. And second, animals without backbone. So dear student, in this class I will explain you about animals with backbone. So animals with the backbone are also known as vertebrate. So those animals which have backbone or vertebral column, also known as spine, these animals are known as vertebrate. Vertebrate further classified into 5 smaller groups, and these groups are: first, fishes; second, amphibians; third, reptiles; fourth, birds; and fifth, mammals. So dear students, vertebrates are being classified further into smaller groups, and these are fishes, which is also known as pisces; second, amphibian; third, reptiles; fourth, birds; and fifth, mammals. Now I am going to explain about the characteristic of each type of the smaller group of vertebrate, dear student. So let us start first with fishes. Nature of fishes. First, fishes have streamlined body. Streamlined body. What do you mean by streamlined body? Streamlined body means fishes body are designed or shaped in the way that they can easily pass through the water. Second, their body is covered with scales. Third, they use fins to swim. Fourth, the breath with the help of gills. Fifth, they reproduce by laying eggs. So dear student, these are some common characteristics of the group fishes. So see here, fishes have a streamlined body. What do you mean by the streamlined body? The body is being shaped in the way that easily can pass through the water. Second, their body is covered with scale. Means outer body is covered with scales. Third, they use fins to swim. Fins help to swim in the water. Third, they breathe with the help of gills. Means breathing organ of fishes have gills. Fifth, they reproduce by laying eggs. And the last important characteristic of fishes, fishes are cold-blooded animals. Dear student, what do you mean by cold-blooded animal? Those animals which are unable to maintain their body temperature in compared to the changing temperature of the environment is known as cold-blooded animal. So all fishes are cold-blooded animal. Next I am going to explain you about amphibians. Characteristic feature of reptiles. So first, their body is covered with hard scales. Means externally body is being covered with hard or tough scales. Second, their breath with the help of lungs. Third, reptiles are aquatic. So those reptiles which used to live on the land are known as terrestrial reptiles, and those which used to live in water known as aquatic. They reproduce by laying eggs. By laying eggs. Fifth, they are cold-blooded animals. So dear student, these are the characteristics of reptile. Once again you see here, their body is covered with hard skulls. Hard skulls. All the reptiles used to breathe through their lungs. Third, reptiles may be aquatic or terrestrial. They live in both water also on the land. They reproduce by laying eggs, and reptiles are also cold-blooded animals. As the fishes are cold-blooded, reptiles too are cold-blooded. All the reptiles have limbs. All the reptiles have limbs, and they move from one place to other by the help of the limbs. But snakes have a skull toward their stomach side, and by the help of the skulls they used to move on the land. So dear student, these are the important characteristics of reptiles. Next I am going to explain you about amphibians. Amphibians. Dear student, first you should know what do you mean by amphibians. So, amphibian means those animals which live in both land and water. Land and water is known as amphibian. Example, frogs. Salamanders. So dear student, what do you mean by the amphibians? Amphibians are those animals which used to live both on land and in water, is known as amphibians. The best example of amphibian is frogs and salamander. All type of the frogs come under the amphibians. Also salamander, which look like lizard but come under the amphibians. So let us now know about the important characteristic of amphibians. First, their body is covered with Second, they reproduce by laying eggs. Third, they breathe. They breathe when frogs are in young one condition. The young one of the frog is known as tadpole, and tadpole respire or breathe through gills. So they breathe through the gills in tadpole condition. Tadpole condition and through lungs. An adult frog. An adult frog. So dear student, you should know the young one of the frog is known as tadpole and it used to breathe through their gills, whereas when the tadpole used to grown up, become adult, they used to respire through the lungs. Also you should know that during hibernation and estivation and during the summer season, frogs remain underground and they used to respire through their skin, slimy skin. And the type of respiration is known as, dear student, cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous respiration. So, frogs have three organs through which they used to respire or breathe. First, during the young stage, in the tadpole condition, they respire through the gills. When they become adult, respire through the lungs, and when they are underground during the hibernation or estivation period, they respire through their skin, slimy skin. Next characteristic, they are cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals. So dear student, frogs, or you can say amphibians, are also cold-blooded animals, dear student. So once again, we'll see the features of amphibians. Their body is covered with slimy skin. Slimy skins, and they reproduce by laying eggs. Breathe by gills when they are in the tadpole condition or in the tadpole stage, and an adult frog used to respire through their lungs, and they are also cold-blooded animals, dear student. Next I am going to explain you about characteristic of bird. Their body is covered with feathers. Second, they respire through lungs. They reproduce by laying eggs. are big. Instead of teeth. So dear student, these are the some common characteristic feature of the birds. So let us see. Their body is covered with feathers. Means outer body is covered with feathers. They respire through lungs. The respiratory organ of the birds, lungs. Next is they reproduce by laying eggs. Means they lay eggs and after that young ones hatch out by the eggs. They have hollow bones. All the bone inside the bird's body is hollow. Fifth, they have beak. Instead of the teeth, they have beaks. And they are warm-blooded animal. Dear student, you should know birds are warm-blooded animals. Student, in this video this much only. In the next video I will explain you about mammals. So please you read the topic and learn characteristic feature of birds, amphibians, reptile and fishes. Thank you dear students.